Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Raymond J. Negron, Beyond Failure to Reach Success. And I want to speak to you about a topic that's near and dear to me. And I've been thinking about it all day today. You ever just think about something and then you become obsessed about it? And the thing is I've noticed when in the past I would do these things and they wouldn't really like be apparent, or I wouldn't be present to what was going on. And the thing I wanted to speak about is motions versus mastery. With whatever job you're working, you ever just do the motions to something and you're like, you know what, I'm just going to go to work, just going to get through the day. It's possible you weren't feeling well. I mean, give or take, but you just do the job that you need to do and you're not really present to it. You just do the minimum and then you don't really get the maximum what you're really trying to learn there. But now when you go from just doing the motions to becoming a master at something, to having mastery, right? You show up present, right? You're in the mindset of what can I do to be the best version of myself today? Instead of being the monkey mind that we usually are, right? And when you're a master at something, when you just say, you know what, I'm just going to, like, if you're a waiter or a waitress or just a clerk or someone who serves somebody at a restaurant, right? If you make a decision to say, you know what, I'm going to become the best version of what that person would be, right? I guarantee you would see your tips go up. I guarantee you would be so present to your surroundings. You would be very mindful if you're a waiter or waitress. I was for a very brief time. I got fired, literally. It was awful. I'll go into the story another time. It's pretty funny. But you would just find ways to be a little more meticulous, a little more present, a little more of service to the people you're in front of, right? Making sure they have water right away, napkins, utensils. You need anything else? Is there anything else you would like with your food? Is there anything I could make, better with this experience, with this dining experience? Sometimes throw in your unique personality. But if you're just going through the motions of something, right? You're just kind of serving. You're not even being mindful of it. You don't care what the people leave you. I just want to get through my day so I could go home and play on Instagram or play a video game or whatever that is for you. But when you make a decision to become a master at something, right? When you're learning, like for me, I do a lot of personal development. Each day I spend at least 2 to 4 hours a day developing something. Like today I was working on marketing, right? Getting really good at marketing and being able to write persuasively so I could get people to do the thing that's usually hard to do through email, right? I want to get really good at serving people that way, right? So it's like I'm using language that people speak and think like, but I became a master when I decided to do the exercises, right? Read through it, and then actually do the work that's, required of me to do. And I actually do the homework. I get really good at it. I'm like, wow, right? This is what becoming a master is. It's not I'm just reading the book to read the book. It's not I'm just showing up to work to show up to work. But I'm always trying to gain betterments and improvements with everything I do. And I want to influence you to do that with whatever you're doing. I don't care what it is, right? Become that best version. Don't just go through the motions. How can I be a master of what I do? I don't care what it is. Think of what you can offer the people in front of you to give of yourself and be the best experience while giving the best experience at the same time. Excuse me. Really think about that, right? Because most people in life just go through the motion. You yourself have experiences when you go to Starbucks or you go out to eat and you see the person isn't present. They're like, yeah, what do you want? Oh, okay. Yeah, you want ketchup with that? You want bacon? Okay, no, it doesn't come with that. Do you want that? Right? Isn't that awful? Like I want to punch myself in the face for being in front of this person. But think about like when you're with someone that's present, when they're like, hey, how are you? I'm Janine. I'm going to be your amazing waitress today. And you're going to have the best experience of your life today. Right? Right? So it's like, thinking in that mindset of like, what can I do to be the best version? And you go out of your way, right? And you use the energy, because there's three things that drive life, right? And one of my Freud speaks about this, but one of my mentors, Brian Johnson, adds another level to this, right? I believe Freud, it says energy and work, right? Or no, he says work and love, right? My mentor, Brian Johnson, says energy, work, and love are the three things that drive life, right? So the amount of energy you put into something, right? The amount of energy I'm putting out to you to give you more energy, the more love you have connecting with the people that you're surrounded with, right? There's different kinds of love. And there's a great book by Barbara Fredrickson called Love, I believe it's 2.0, 4.0, Love something point oh. And there's different levels of love. There's like the love you have for yourself, right? The love you have for you being the best version of you on the planet. Whether you like yourself or not, that's up to you. I love myself. I think I'm an amazing person, right? If you hung out with me, we'd probably have an amazing time. And then there's 2.0, where you go out a little bit and you make, I'm dyslexic, so hopefully this is right, but there's 2.0 where it's like there's also 1.0 is your love with you, your spouse, the people you love in your life, your kids, your wife, your girlfriend, whatever it is, on a deeper level. And then that 2.0 is your friends. Okay, I'm getting it right now. 2.0 is your friends, the people around you, your community, right? Maybe the Chamber of Commerce you're a part of, or the Masons, or the Elks Lodge, or Toastmasters International, which I give a thumbs up to. And then there's 3.0, where it actually extends even further. Maybe people you meet on travels. And, so there's different kinds of love, just connecting with another human by smiling, by being more energy, more, your work of being, right? I think that's the most important work that we have, right? And I just thought about that now. But when you have energy, when you have high amounts of energy, when you create the energy, when you have low amounts, you know what to do. Don't eat that crap. Don't go out and eat garbage and expect to be thumbs up about life, because you're not. You're just simply not. You're not going to have the energy to do what you need to do if you're eating garbage all the time. But like your work of being yourself, of being like the character, right? And the word character is to chisel, to become a better version of yourself. Where can you show up and be a little more present through process, right? Where can you offer love? Smile, simple smile, opening the door for stuff. There's so many simple things to do in life. And I've caught myself not doing it. Don't get me wrong. If I'm in a hurry and you're 20 feet behind the door and I'm like, you're going to have to get the door yourself, because I'm quick. I like to be quick when possible. But energy and work and love could drive life, right? So when you show up and you're the master of who you are becoming, right? You know what? You're like, you went to work as that waiter or waitress. You're like, what I serve those people really. When you go home, you can reflect, and say, what? I did a really good job tonight. I was very present to all those people. I actually made friendships with those people at the tables, right? And we traded email or number, and you realize you have connection to people on a deeper level. And you find out maybe that connection could serve you somehow, or you could serve that connection somehow. I would love for people to be that present with connecting with people. I mean, that's the reason why I made this video, is because each person needs to become a master at what they are, what their domain is, what their focus is. If you're choosing to be in a certain position that you don't want to be in, go get another position. But if you're choosing to be in the position you're in, be present to that. Be mindful, be aware, be conscious, be there to deeply connect. Because that's what humans, we're a species of humans that wants to connect on a deeper level. I mean, that's what we want to do. And I do hope, because it doesn't appear to be working, but it does. So in saying that, where can you show up and be a little more masterful? Where can you show up and be a little more like, how can I do this job better? What can I do today to make my experience and also be the best version of myself while living this experience of working, right? And becoming that best version, even when other people aren't their best versions. Because you're going to run into a lot of people who are not going to be the best version of themselves. And you're going to have to be upfront with that. You're going to have to be upfront with you and know who you are and what you stand for, right? And when you know what you stand for and who you are, you become ever present to your being, to how you react, to how you respond, to choosing to ignore simply some people's reactions or actions, right? And I kind of have the middle finger in a weird way, huh? But it's choosing to be a better version of yourself in that moment to moment to moment to moment, and have that opportunity to shine wherever you are, and knowing if you're going to leave that job or you're going to leave that work a better place than when you found it. How important is that? Think about that. Really, really wrap your head around thinking how important it is to be the best version of yourself, no matter how you feel. And there's times I've been sick as a dog, and I remember going to work and not being the best version of myself. But I've tried. I do. And maybe I'll tell people, listen, I'm not feeling well. I just want to let you know that. But a lot of the times, the feelings that we have, we're emotional beings. And we like to just spew our stuff. I'm not feeling this. I'm feeling like crap. I'm tired. I'm this. I'm that. And no one wants to hear that, man. Truthfully, honestly, no one wants to hear that you're tired. How are you today? Oh, I'm exhausted. Oh, that's great to hear. That's something I want to hear, that you're exhausted. Think about how you affect people or infect people, right? Sometimes you don't feel well. What if you just said, you know what? I'm good. I'm here. I'm present. How are you today? What's going on? What's new and exciting with you? What amazing challenges are you up against in this one great life? As weird as a questioning sounds, it opens the brain up to expand and network as a human being, right? And being an exemplar of who you want to become. And I'm going to do another video about core values, and I think they call it value elicitations and life coaching. But core values, like what you value to the core of who you are and what you stand for and what you're working towards. But today I wanted to speak about becoming a master with yourself and your being through doing, through actions, through transitions, through transformations, through towards your next level of being, right? And every day finding ways of improving yourself, right? Some days don't change, honestly, I believe sometimes you just do the thing that you need to do and you do it to the best of your ability. And some days I have massive amounts of energy. And some days I have to create my energy, or like just create my energy through movement, or create my energy saying, you know what, I'm just going to be a little more aware. Or on days where I'm sick, I'm just like, I'm going to focus just on this. I'm going to stay warm. I might stay tiny that day, right? Because I'm conserving energy. There's going to be different ways of being and feeling. You're going to have to show up the way you feel you need to show up in life. But when you're just going through the motions, right? When you're just going through the emotions, because that's what most people do. They show up and they go through their emotions. And they go, oh, you know what? And you see people's emotions on their face. Carefully look at people. You can see that they're just living their emotions, right? A lot of people are stuck because they just live through emotions. They're not living through a different state or a futuristic way of looking into the future and saying, I'm going to have a better life because I'm doing this, this, and this. And I'm choosing to be this way because I see the big picture vision of what I want and what I desire, right? A lot of people, not you because you're watching this, and I hope when you're watching this, you're really thinking of, you know what, Ray? Yeah, you know what? Sometimes I do show up to work just through the motions. I want to show up and be a master, right? I want to get to know my job. I want to get to know the people at my job the best way. I want to serve the whole entire infrastructure emergence of what we're here to do to the best of my ability while I'm here, even if you're there temporarily, right? Most people are at jobs temporarily until they move into a better position, or they move forward into what they're doing, or they have a plan of what they want, right? Because that's important. And then you become a master. But remember, wherever you are, it carries over into every field of where you're going, right? When you decide to be a master of what you do, not go through the motions, but be a master of what you do, you just take it to a new level. Your train of thinking. When you walk through that door, where you are in life, right? Wherever you are, maybe you're focused. Maybe your job is to be really focused and really present because it's a dangerous job and people's lives are in danger. And you need to be very focused at what you're doing. And you learn on how to make that better, quicker, faster, so people's lives are in safety. Maybe it's not as extreme as that. You just want to be present to learning about people around you, right? There's many different personalities that you're going to have to bump up against, right? But most people want to hear about themselves. Ask people about themselves if you're a clerk. Ask them about something that they're wearing. Get to know them better. Connect. Learn how to connect because it's something that you can take with you to your next life of wherever you're going, right? So again, I'm Raymond J. Negron, Beyond Failure to Reach Success, and I'm here to help you guys really see the differences in things. So I kind of put this versus series together. So you can see the difference of just the motions of something or the mastery. Look at an athlete, right? Does an athlete just go through the motions? Some athletes do. Some athletes aren't present. But the greatest athletes on the planet, they're there to be present. They're there to win. They're there to get better. They're there to, like improvise and use the skills to the best of their ability to apply it to the game. And their game as an athlete is to win that game or help the team come together. So if you could use that metaphor of how can you be a part of a team? How can you be a part of something that's better? And if you're not drinking the culture that people are serving, get out, move, go to another job where you accept the culture and you feel like you can fit in. Because there's some places where people just don't fit in. I've experienced that. And I disdained it and I had to leave right away. So I just knew these weren't my people, right? You'll know certain cultures. You'll know certain ways of being and doing, right? But again, that comes from working on yourself, getting to know who you are at the core by becoming the best version of yourself that's possible. Doesn't mean you have to be the best, but become a better version, right? Where can you make betterments and improvements in your life in something that you're trying to get good at? Because in this age of dramatic distraction, there's so many people out there. You got to focus on a few. Like I've focused on a few pairs of mentors that I know are moving me forward, and I focus on what they're doing, and I speed of implementation, put it right to work. I think that's so important. So again, I'm going to end this, and I just want to wish you an amazing morning, evening, and night, wherever you are in life, wherever you are in work. Just remember energy. How are you showing up? Where can you eat, move, sleep, drink water, breathe a little better, right? Move a little more, right? That's your energy. It's the quality of what you can put out from your battery, right? One day this battery is going to go away, right? In your work, what type of work are you doing? Is it something you love? Is it something you don't like? Where can you find something else, right? To go to something better, something that you want to do, that you desire to do, that would just make you feel, right? So sometimes jobs are just designed to make you money. You're designed to make you feel a certain way. No one else is. Love. Where can you love a little bit more? If you don't have love in your life, where can you go volunteer and give love? Maybe an ASPCA, or go out and seek that partner that you want to be with. Seek that person that you want to be with and be with them and go find them. Be the person that you need to be to find the person that you want to be with. If that makes any sense. Okay. Have an amazing day. Take care.